Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 4 of Dracula's Revenge as Wallachia here today. Last episode we claimed a good portion of Poland here that broke free as Galicia-Volhynia, and today, hopefully we can get a war done with Crimea, maybe give Muscovy a little bit of coastline here to see if that helps with the Ottoman threat. Now, the Mamluks have been holding out pretty well. In fact, they've been surviving a pretty decent amount with only 2 loans so far. So far, so good for them. 29,000 men still, and the Ottomans have been worn down to 0 manpower and only 45,000 troops. If we can get some allies on our side, this would be an incredible victory. The only problem is, it doesn't really look like it's going to work out. As things go so far. Muscovy, for some reason, is very content with the Ottomans. I don't know why. And if we could get rid of that and the distant war, I'm pretty sure that nearly calculates out to them helping us, so long as they replace their ruler as well. Their ruler, who happens to be 38 years old, so maybe they're not going to die too soon. But we have a way around that. If we can boost ourselves a little bit of a Diplo rep, as well as recover what we have from overextension as an issue, we might be able to do that. I'm not really sure. It really depends on a few things. I'm not really sure how we can go ahead and do this. The Ottomans Muscovy doesn't really want this land, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder if I should try and make some new friends out here. Like the Timurids, perhaps. Venice actually does hate the Ottomans, and you do share a border. I'm allied to your rival Bohemia, though. That's the same problem I had with Austria. I'm a little too close here. Too close for comfort with Bohemia for them to try and ally me. But it really depends. I mean, Bohemia's been a nice ally, however, I don't know how much I need to use them. I'm wondering if I can swap to Venice or something. Venice might be okay, because they might bring in the Trade League occasionally. If we're defending, of course. I guess in the meantime, I really could just go ahead and do that, so we'll see. I really do need someone in this slot, because I have no one so far. Bohemia's been a little angry at me recently for taking land, I'm sure, so maybe not the best idea to make them that angry. As for... Oh, you know what I could do? I want to give Muscovy this. I want to give them this, specifically. Across the sea from the Ottomans, if they somehow, come into some sort of clashing in terms of claims, let's say, I don't know, for some reason Muscovy desires some land over here. I don't know if they would, but it's a possibility. For instance, Denmark, despite not having a border, wants this land and wants this stuff too, so... Well, they do have this border here, but I mean, they want this for some reason, so... I don't even know what's going on here with their claims. They want pretty much everything. I'm wondering if I can find an example of someone who wants land despite not owning a border with it. I think that counts here, yeah. So, despite the fact they don't... That's probably because of the cores, but... God, there's gotta be some good example. Ah, you know what? Castile. Except they do have... God, I can't even think of a good one. I can't think of a single good one. But there's a chance that maybe they'll try and claim something across from here. It's not like the best thing to go off of, but it's really like the only thing we can go off of. Because I do need them in this war at some point. And you're still not weak enough to try and be friends with me, so that's a rip. It's a big shame, that one. I don't think that'll work out then, ever. Too many Diplo reputation, Kasisin Kaifa still exists for some odd reason, but you've lost all of your alliances. You're guaranteeing Cyprus for, at this point, like no reason at all. That's just weird in my opinion. And the fact that Akkoyonlu exists, is the only thing that's stopping the Ottomans from expanding to the east here. No one's too upset about them, so I guess good for them. In any case, I think I'm just going to go ahead and declare for the Crimean land anyway. Because I think we have enough... Yeah, we surely have enough, you know, favors with Circassia, and probably... Well, we're fine with Muscovy most of the time, so, yeah. Let me see if I can just declare the war. Probably take a few things. Kazan's over here, I'm sure Muscovy will deal with them. Nogay will not join. Caraman is just sort of chilling, I guess. Should be fine. And I guess I'll take this. I realize we're still coring things, but I'm on the aggressive streak right now. Hoping to see if I can just grab what I can before it's all gobbled up by other powers. Of course, there's also the whole Muscovy thing here. Trying to see if that'll work out. The clergy, I could give a little more influence to. And it wouldn't be so bad either. Sure, let's do that. Over here, we'll give you the minister and the admiral, and we'll ask for some cash, which is all good and well. And I think we'll found Bucharest today. I think that's what we'll do. We need to have a church, or sorry, we need to have a church and a workshop. So I think the church would work better right now. And then we'll build a workshop after. And then at any point that we want to, we can build or we can found Bucharest, because sure, why not? Yeah, people don't like me very much. That's understandable. Apparently Denmark would accept an alliance, which is weird. They do like me. I wonder who else would. No one all too interesting. Yeah. Nothing too fantastic. Interesting enough, though. Who else can I build, or where else can I build good buildings? Definitely, yeah, this would count for a lot. In my capital, of course. 3,000 men in there, so it's going to take a while to siege down. Level 3 fort, and it's coastal, so that's going to be painful. Yep, -2 from the blockade. Great stuff. Absolutely wonderful. But I think we'd survive this. Yeah, this is a definite win. Just need to wait for the whole thing to take place, and it should be fine. Circassia, I don't like what you're doing here. You realize this is just attrition, right? Like, there's nothing good to come out of that. I've lost all of my guys. Okay. Let me go for the admin guy. Never mind, they're all awful. Cool. Let me go for... Ooh, discipline might be nice. But trade for money, I won't go trade for money. Discipline, you know, it's great if I were to actually be fighting battles. I'm just sieging here today. I'm not doing much else, just sort of chilling. You know, yeah, you guys don't like me at all, and I can't even royal marry you, so... Not much to talk about in that regard. We've been getting status quos for like the last half a year. Come on, and a disease outbreak? There's no way. That's a joke. I don't know where you guys think you're going, but it's not a very good choice? Where are you going? That's stupid. It's a terrible idea. Wow, incredible. Great stuff. Okay, how's our force limit? We could hire one cannon, but is that worth much? Yeah, one cannon would help out a little bit. I mean, unless... I mean, no one else has cannons, right? Yeah, no one uses cannons. They're generally not that good this early into the game. Let me see if I can get generalship and see if I can give you a little piece of land. There's not much to hand off, but I could give you this. Well, no, you are at like -10. Maybe I could? Yeah, I suppose I could. Wouldn't be so bad. 150 military, quite nice. I can keep going along my my defensive idea tree as soon as possible. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna buy that cannon. cannons are hella maintenance. They are 0.71 ducats a month of maintenance, so yes, very expensive. Can't really afford to do that, and I don't like how you took that at all. I don't like how any of you took this. I mean, Muscovy I can understand, but you were not part of this land deal. Muscovy was supposed to take this. Very specifically supposed to take this. Didn't think they'd go for it, so... Kinda sucks. Also, I very much... I can't take it because why? You want it? Of course you do. Spaskov's taking it. They're gonna... Oh, you are a pain in my rear end right now. They handed it to Circassia. That's what's going on here. Okay. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay. I don't like it. Not one bit. But I can't do anything about it, so... Whatever at this point. Really just, honestly, whatever. That's fine. I should take one of these, probably. National Unrest could be pretty good, actually. For a few of these things. Aggressive Expansion Impact, though? Ooh. You already know I'm going for that. Definitely want some of that. Aggressive Expansion's one of my biggest, you know, controlling resources, I guess, or one of my restrictive resources. I cannot afford to expend too much of that on my conquests, but fortunately, we can do some good things here. Now, Muscovy would hate me for that, but I will give them some things. I want to give them this, maybe that. I really wish I could give them this, but I can't. I don't care about your favors. I do care about Muscovy's, though. So, we're going to hold tight for a second. Or maybe I can... Hold on, there's a good... You've taken that. Of course you took that. I don't know why I would have thought that you didn't take that. Maybe Trebizond, because if I'm on that siege by myself, there's a good chance I could just grab it. If I grab it, then I can take these two and go into here and start, you know, pushing in this area as well. It's a little bit disgusting because of border gore, but it might work for other specific reasons, so... Might as well go ahead and give it a shot. How are the Ottomans thinking of me? Not bad at all. Let me improve a couple relations, though. Let me also get the spy network going on in here so I can get this a little bit faster. Yeah, Trebizond does not like their position right now. And they'll hate it even more once they become under my rule. But that's okay. Again, same thing as with Crimea. This will be a very long, very lengthy, and attrition-y, I guess, siege, which is not very much fun, but oh well. I could take this, actually, which wouldn't be so bad, because I did get that -10. But I'm afraid of these expenses, actually. I'm sure these will be rather expensive to take. Especially areas where I don't have claims, like here, and here. I'm sure they'll be rather expensive to go ahead and grab. I can't check that out now. Maybe I can. I will now, actually, yeah. See how expensive this will be. 209. We'll see what happens once we peace out with Kazan. We'll see what happens with that. We can't demand anything, but I don't suppose we really have to, do we? Because there's no point in really taking stuff from Kazan. They're not worth very much at all. As for Karaman, they'll be pieced out pretty soon, so not a big problem. Ooh, 100 tradition. This can either be fantastic or awful. Don't know which one it'll be, and I don't know how long it's been since I've gotten my general, so he could be amazing, or he could just be absolutely garbage, so... I'm not really sure, honestly. Should I take this? I usually love to take this. We'll give it a shot. You know what? We'll do that. He's not bad, actually. He's not that bad. I'll replace this guy with him. He's got some pretty decent siege on him, and that's something I definitely look for in a general. Siege pips are the best kind of pips, in my opinion. Oh, yep, there's also the whole Poland and Lithuania situation over here. Will they join a coalition? They probably will, just because they both, like, despise me, so... There's a good chance of that. But really, the chance gets higher the closer and closer Muscovy is to not helping me, so... I don't know realistically what we're looking at here. Oh, that's a really lucky siege. Good lord, that is a lucky siege. And I guess for the rest of this, we could just go for war taxes, or... We could go for claims, I guess. But there's not that much time, so we might as well just go for taxes, and then maybe start a few more wars and use them. War taxes are nice. But what's even better is just free money. In fact, I could take this. I will not be taking that. Or will I? Now, the Ottomans do have a permanent claim on it. It seems like a bad idea to do that. There's nowhere to expand here. It's kind of useless. So I just won't. I'll take war reps. I will take alliance with Ottomans. Yes, I will take that. Definitely. Without a doubt. 100%. Get rid of your Ottoman alliance. Make the Ottomans weaker, which is great. And then finally, we can do this piece real quick. Muscovy gets upset by about 6 points, but how... Is that breaking the land agreement? I think it might be, unfortunately. It might technically count as breaking the land agreement, so if we can give you slightly more stuff, like something that's worth more, you'll be less upset. Unless I don't take this, but I do want to take this. Because it gives me access to here. Can I afford for you to be that upset? Probably, yeah. I think I'm sort of feeling like I can. Like I might be able to afford for you to be a little bit upset about things. How's that? No. That's 4 trust. That's 5 trust. Let's go with 4 trust and let's move on. 4 trust, and then I can use favors, I guess, if I really want to bump that up with them. They're a little bit angry, but only by 4, so it's not worth that much. It's not a massive problem. Let me core these things here. Let me bump that up, obviously. Okay, so the Ottomans don't have a claim on that, which is important. I'm going to go and actually go around here with my black flag so I don't have problems. Let me also decrease all the forts. I have so many forts, but like they're kind of all important, so... Like this one's with Poland, kind of important. This one's with Lithuania, important. This one's with the Ottomans, important. Crimea, I guess I could get rid of. Seems a little less important, honestly. And I guess if I really want a claim, I could grab something along here. That will do fine, actually. Okay. Now, you, Muscovy, now have yourself an entryway into the Black Sea, which I'm sure you would love to just work with or something, but... Let's see what your opinion of... I know they still love the Ottomans for some reason. I guess you're just not close enough. Which is fair, I suppose. In some weird way. It's kind of fair. But I still don't like it. Okay, how's my aggressive expansion? It's a little large. Oh, did I check that? I don't know if I did or not. I feel like I kind of didn't, but so far we're doing okay. Yeah, we're walking on thin ice a little bit here. Let me go to outraged countries and fix that whole thing. Yeah, I didn't even realize how thin we were walking over here. I didn't think 4 provinces would do anything this bad. But the Ottomans are still positive, so they won't join a coalition. We have a truce with you. Truce with you. You don't care enough. Okay, so I think despite the fact we were walking a little close along the edge here, we're going to be fine. There shouldn't be anyone really joining the coalition. Let's not forget about these Volhynians, though. Very important to keep those guys in mind, because they're looking a little close. I can also go ahead and grab that. Gives me an extra Diplo rep. Very important. Very important indeed. Yeah, so the Ottomans are rather upset at me, but not enough to join a coalition, which is great. Venice will probably never love me. And how about we do a quick check around the area. I mean, we're doing okay. We actually have a decent amount of dev, which is pretty fantastic. So, not bad at all. How about you? You are an enemy of Muscovy, so I don't want to ally you. Oh, and so is Castile, so that would have been a bad idea. Yeah, that would have been a bad idea, huh? And also rather quickly check. Just a few minutes left on today's episode, so let me figure out a few things here. I could take more of the Orthodox land. I feel like that would be okay. The fact that I did take something a little close to the Ottomans and some Sunni land made them rather angry, so taking land is maybe not the best idea to start off with here. Maybe relaxing, consolidating, and dealing with rebels is the best we can do, so. Come on, Volhynian Separatists, how large are you? 22,000, yikes, that's a lot of guys, okay. How about we try and reduce that number? Actually, we can't. We can't reduce that number at all, so. RIP, I guess. 22,000 is the number we're looking at. Let's see if we can bump up our ranks just a little bit. On the bright side, they did spawn in 2 stacks, which is exactly what I'm looking for. That's some good stuff, actually. 2 stacks is fine. I can take them down here. These guys will probably go towards the fort, so I'm going to move you guys off of it, actually. I'm going to move you guys along here. There is a, yeah, Galician core there, so. Yeah, they're definitely going to go towards the fort, of course. Pump these guys together. It's a 2-5-3. You have no maneuvers, so this is the best we can do. 18,000 versus 18,000. Easy win, no problem. But yeah, things are expensive. I don't like that, so. Let me try and get rid of you. Or does it need to be up? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I don't want to have any more peasants rising up in Bessarabia. I don't really want to lose money, but I'm okay with it to a degree. Okay, I'll deal with it. They'll give me a bit more money at least, which is good. Just a little bit, but yeah, that's okay. We'll turn down our maintenance to try and make a quick buck here. We could go for this actually, which I think I will. Give us the next Diplo tech, which is a good idea. Keep ourselves up to date in there. Okay, so far so okay, I suppose. We're looking good, at least. I'm just still not sure what to really do about the Ottomans. Like, my best guess is just work your way up until we're at least as strong as them. They are like 200 dev more than us. So maybe that'll take another 100 years before we're actually strong enough to take down the Ottomans. Because no one wants to help me, so we're going to try and just be best friends here. Unless I make the Ottomans very angry and they try to declare on us. But they're more likely to only do that once, you know, once Muscovy's weak. And then, you know, therefore, it's really not going to help us that much. Which is why we need another ally, preferably a strong boy. Okay, people are not that angry. I can get rid of these now. There we go. Improve Bohemia's relationship with me. The Ottomans declared on the Knights, Aachen, and Venice. Oh. Woohoo, curious. Now, the Ottomans have somehow recovered so quickly, and maybe that was a little bit longer than I imagined, but Venice is not a pushover, really. Oh, there goes my timer. Curious. Just Ak Koyonlu. I couldn't do it myself. And I can't really... Oh, the distant war went down significantly. That's really good, actually. If we could convince Muscovy and the Ottomans to rival each other. Somehow, just one of them needs to do one of these things here. Just one of them needs to rival the other. We would have ourselves a pretty solid victory, really. In fact, that would even give me claims on these areas, which would be quite nice, but... ooh, Muscovy likes me even more. Oh, well, that's great. I'd love to see that. No, for real, though, we do need to find someone to be friends with. It might end up being Denmark as, like, a last-ditch effort, if we really need someone. I would prefer someone the Ottomans hate, though it's not going to look very likely on that front. It's a maybe with Austria if we work hard enough at it. Potentially. No, we have a minus 100 just from Bohemia existing, really, so I would say it's not going to work out that well. Again, we do have a maybe slight chance with the Mamluks. Minus 68 is surprisingly not that bad. It could be worse, at least. Let's start with that. It could be worse. Nitrian. Is it Nitrin or Nitrian? I thought it would have been... Oh, it's Nitra, not Nitria. Okay. That makes sense. Bump up, and let me try and get some suppression in these areas. Those should go all the way back down. Boop, there they go. Looking very nice. Theodorian, I suppose I could bump this up, but it is really high dev. I do like it. I'd like to make this area a state, actually. So instead of bumping up the autonomy now, I'd like to do that a little bit later. Okay, yeah, the Nitran Separatists are pretty much done with, so we'll move over here. Ooh, I don't need that. I don't need the Ottomans to hate me. Having them like me is preferable for now. Oh yeah, especially with that aggressive expansion. Yeah, that's not so good. Let's chill over here. Try and make sure these guys don't rise up before I turn it into a state. And then I can raise the autonomy, and it raises it a little bit less. So, please don't rise up. Please don't rise up. 16,000, it could actually be kind of significant. I should step on the steps for this, or at least on the castle they might spawn here. Yep, there they are. Rip. That's okay. We have enough manpower to be fine with it. Okay, Theodorian Separatists, how you guys looking? 100% as well? Oh, I hate you. Okay, cool. Didn't expect to fight both of those stacks. I wanted to just fight, like, 0 of them, actually. That would have been quite nice. Let me go grab that. There we go. Another idea group, looking pretty fancy. I could go with diplomatic, try and get some more relations, a little bit more reputation. I'm still not in the best situation to start off with, so I was thinking diplomatic would be quite nice. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Start off with diplomatic. Not bad at all. And those cores are actually done, so let me turn Crimea into a state. Did that give them both? Did I state those both? No, I'm missing Crimea itself. Okay, so Theodoro I could bump up, but I don't need to anymore. Same with Crimea. I don't need to do either of those things. So I'll just wait until Crimea is actually done. Ooh. There's colonialism. Let me guess, Portugal. Ah, there it is. Knew it. Okay, Trebizond's done. Well, there it is. We should be okay. I don't think we have too many issues. I can rival... not the Ottomans. Big shame. But okay. Lithuania might be a solid idea. I do want some more of that Orthodox land. Oh, its dev is kind of weak. I mean, look at this dev. 3, 3, 7, 3, 3, 10, 4, 5, 7. It's really not that great. It just means I can take a whole bunch of it, and it means there's more provinces, which means they actually have a larger rebel stack size whenever they spawn, I think. So, or at least it's going to be kind of hard. Each province will get the same amount of separatism, so it's harder to reduce that stack size. Who do I want to rival? It could be Poland, but I've kind of pissed off the Catholics a little bit too hard here, I think. Lithuania is probably my best bet, is what I'm gonna say. Because they've already rivaled me, so I'm kind of might as well. Or I could use this strategically. No, okay, so it's France, Bohemia, the Ottomans. It doesn't look very good there. Speaking of Ottomans, rest in peace, Venice. For very related reasons. No land can be exchanged here, fortunately, but still a giant rip. Who else can I influence here? I mean, I guess Lithuania is my best bet. We might as well. Okay, solid stuff. Unfortunately, we're actually out of time for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to give a quick thank you to the following March patrons. In the $1 tier, we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Rising Runner, and DLNM. In the $5 tier, we have Odie, and in the $20 tier, we have Chewy Shoot. Thank you guys so much for helping out the channel. It means a lot to me, and as always, I can't possibly thank you enough.